What if I told you that the truly wealthy are hiding in plain sight? They aren't the ones posting Lambos on Instagram. They aren't dripping in designer logos. No, the quiet millionaires could be your neighbors, your coworkers, the person standing right behind you in the grocery line. And they follow 5 unspoken rules that keep them rich and invisible. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal all 5. This is the world of stealth wealth. It's a philosophy built on a simple, powerful idea. True wealth isn't about what you show, it's about what you have. It's the freedom to make choices without pressure, the security of knowing you're protected from financial storms, and the peace of mind that comes from playing a completely different game. The people who master this game don't just accumulate money, they build a life of quiet confidence and control. They've figured out that the ultimate luxury is not needing to prove you have it. So, if you're ready to learn the playbook the quiet millionaires use to build their fortunes under the radar, let's get into the first rule. Rule number 1, value privacy over performance. In a world obsessed with sharing every win, every purchase, and every vacation, quiet millionaires do the exact opposite. They understand that their financial life is not a performance for others to watch. They don't post their portfolio gains. They don't flash expensive watches. They don't announce their promotions or business successes to the world. Their financial details are kept on a strict need-to-know basis. Why? Because they know that unwanted attention is a liability, not an asset. It invites judgment, jealousy, and complicates relationships. It can make you a target for scams or people who suddenly want a loan. Privacy, for them, is a form of security. It's a shield that protects their peace of mind. You see, the urge to share our success is deeply psychological. We do it for status, for validation. But the quietly wealthy have achieved something more profound: internal validation. They don't need likes from strangers to feel successful, because their success is measured by their own goals, not by public applause. They've made a critical mindset shift. They see their wealth not as a tool to impress others, but as a tool to build a life of freedom and options for themselves and their families. Every dollar they have is working for them, not for an audience. So, how can you apply this? Start by being more intentional about what you share online and offline. Resist the urge to post about expensive purchases or financial wins. When people ask intrusive questions about your salary or how much your house cost, have a polite, vague answer ready. Something like, "I'm comfortable," or "We paid a fair price." Practice the art of being financially discreet. This isn't about being secretive or dishonest. It's about setting boundaries and protecting your financial journey. Remember, your wealth is for you, not for show. Okay, rule number 2, master intentional spending. This is probably the most misunderstood rule. Stealth wealth is not about being cheap. It's about being ruthlessly strategic with your money. Quiet millionaires live well below their means, not out of deprivation, but by design. They've made a conscious decision to ignore the keeping up with the Joneses game. While others are upgrading their cars and houses with every pay raise, a trap known as lifestyle creep, the quiet millionaire keeps their spending consistent. This creates a wider and wider gap between what they earn and what they spend. And that gap, well, that's where wealth is built. The psychology here is about separating your happiness from your spending, and our consumer culture tells us that the next purchase will make us happier. A new phone, a designer bag, a luxury car. But the quietly wealthy know this is a trap. They find joy in experiences, relationships, and personal growth, things that don't carry a hefty price tag. They practice value-based spending. This means they might spend generously on something they deeply care about, like travel, a hobby, or education, while mercilessly cutting costs on things they don't. They'll buy a high-quality coat that lasts a decade instead of 10 cheap ones that fall apart. It's about quality over quantity and substance over show. How do you put this into practice? First, track your spending for 1 month. No judgment, just data. See where your money is really going. You'll likely be surprised. Then, define what you truly value. What are the 2 or 3 things that bring you the most joy? Give yourself permission to spend on those, but look for areas to cut back everywhere else. And most importantly, every time you get a raise or a bonus, pretend it didn't happen. Immediately automate the extra income into your savings or investment accounts. This is the single best way to defeat lifestyle creep for good. This brings us to rule number 3: prioritize assets over appearances. The average person buys liabilities, things that take money out of their pocket to look rich. The quiet millionaire buys assets, things that put money into their pocket to actually become rich. Think about it. A flashy luxury car loses value the second you drive it off the lot. It demands expensive insurance and maintenance. It's a wealth-destroying machine disguised as a status symbol. The quiet millionaire, instead, drives a reliable, paid-off car and puts the difference in an index fund that grows quietly in the background. This isn't just about cars. It's a fundamental approach to money. They see every dollar as a worker. They can either send that worker out to buy a temporary status symbol, or they can send it to their investment factory, where it will work 24/7 to build more wealth through compound interest. They avoid debt like the plague, especially high-interest consumer debt. Every dollar paid in interest is a dollar that could have been working for them. They automate their investments, consistently buying assets every single month, regardless of what the market is doing. They max out their tax-advantaged retirement accounts like a 401 or Roth IRA first, because they understand that what you keep after taxes is what truly matters. The actionable step here is to make "pay yourself first" your mantra. Before you pay any bills, before you buy groceries, before you even think about spending, set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your investment account. Start small if you have to, even $50 a month. The key is to build the habit, not be polls. Automate your wealth building so it happens without you even thinking about it. Let your assets grow in silence while everyone else is focused on appearances. Rule number 4: cultivate a growth mindset. Quiet millionaires understand that their most valuable asset is not their money, it's their knowledge. They are lifelong learners who study money the way others follow sports or entertainment. They read books, listen to podcasts, and are always curious about markets, business, and economic trends. They know that financial education is the foundation of financial success. They don't fall for get-rich-quick schemes or hot stock tips because their knowledge allows them to see them for what they are: distractions from the slow, steady, and, well, boring path to real wealth. This habit is powerful because it inoculates them against fear and greed, the 2 emotions that wreck most investors. When the market panics, their knowledge keeps them calm. Why? When everyone else is chasing a speculative bubble, their discipline keeps them grounded. They are comfortable being boring. Their strategy isn't exciting. It's consistent. It's patient. It's dollar-cost averaging into diversified, low-cost index funds for decades. They know that true wealth isn't built in a day. It's built over a lifetime of disciplined, informed decisions. How can you start? Dedicate just 15 minutes a day to your financial education. You don't need a degree in finance. Read one article, listen to a chapter of an audiobook, watch a video from a reputable source. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to grow, not to spend. Unfollow the flex influencers on social media and follow people who talk about ideas, businesses, and long-term strategy. Your information diet shapes your financial future. Choose it wisely. And finally, the most important rule of all. Rule number 5, focus on freedom, not flexing. Ask a quiet millionaire what their money is for, and they won't talk about cars or watches. They'll use words like options, security, time, freedom. Their ultimate goal is not to acquire more things, but to buy back their time. The freedom to work because they want to, not because they have to. The freedom to spend time with their families, pursue their passions, and live life on their own terms. This is the ultimate psychological shift. When your goal is freedom, your daily decisions change. You no longer ask, "What can I buy with this money?" Instead, you ask, "How many days of freedom can this money buy me?" This mindset transforms saving from a chore into an act of liberation. Every dollar saved is a piece of your future life that you are reclaiming. They focus on legacy, not just lifestyle. They think in terms of decades, not weekends. This long-term perspective is what allows them to make the small, consistent sacrifices today that lead to extraordinary results tomorrow. To apply this, define what freedom means. Is it retiring early? Traveling the world? Starting your own business? Quitting a job you hate? Get specific. Calculate your freedom number, the amount of money you'd need invested to live off the returns indefinitely. Having this clear, powerful goal will give you the motivation to stick with the other 4 rules. It makes saying no to a temporary splurge easy, because you're saying yes to your future freedom. So there you have it. The 5 rules of the quiet millionaires. 1. Value privacy over performance. 2. Master intentional spending. 3. Prioritize assets over appearances. 4. Cultivate a growth mindset. And 5. Focus on freedom, not flexing. These rules aren't about hiding or deprivation. They are about a smarter, more sustainable path to wealth. It's about building a life of substance, security, and true independence. Now that you know the rules of stealth wealth, the critical next step is to understand the specific assets these quiet millionaires are buying to grow their fortunes. I've broken it all down in my next video, the 7 assets that quietly build fortunes. Click the video on your screen right now to watch it.